Hey yo, what's up YouTube? This game I'm playing JAX in top lane against Riven, and I'll show you guys how to play from behind.
The truth.
Alright, so this game we're playing against Riven with Ignite, so you should be careful about her engages because if she gets you pretty chunked up, she can just finish you off with Ignite. So I haven't really played JAX too much. This is like my third or fourth game this preseason and during the last 2 to 3 years that I've played League. And the main reason being is that I've only recently started picking up JAX, so I'm not too sure about his power spikes. And I thought I could do more than I could, and eventually I think I feed Riven 2 kills. Alright, so the first mistake I made against Riven was, one, I gave her way too much space to poke me down, so I lost like all of my corrupting pots by 4 minutes, which is always a bad sign. You want to keep your corrupting for quite a while, just so you can sustain the lane. And here I made a mistake about jumping on Riven, because once she E'd out, I shouldn't have jumped on her, because she had her Q stacks and W to stun me up. And because of that, once my counter strike is over, she's just gonna knock me out. So I should wait for her CDRs before I hop on her. And here I have no flash. She has flash. And if I walk up to her, she can probably kill me. Yeah, so just like that, I walk up to her and all she had to do was use her abilities and I was dead. And that was because I greeted. And the next mistake I made was I bought daggers after dying to Riven. If you're behind, you should stack armor right away. If I had stacked armor from the start, I would have been in a pretty good position because Zin's also AD, so if he ganks me, I'm in a good position for that too. Alright, so here Riven spikes to 6 pretty damn fast. And I should have known this because I'm down XP because I died and I was in the lane as much as possible. And all she had to do was just flash, Q, R, and I'm dead. That was a mistake. I didn't respect her, and I also forgot that she had flash. Or, not that I forgot, I just didn't respect her. Alright, so after dying for the second time, I finally decided to use my brain and start building armor. And this was the first step in my comeback. Alright, so because I buy armor, I'm actually able to stay in lane longer. And here Evelyn comes in for the gank, but we don't have the damage to finish off Riven. And I missed my counter strike because Riven uses her stopwatch. It wasn't really a good gank, but at least I got some pressure back in my lane and some CS. Alright, so I'm not really used to building tank, and because of that I'm not sure which tank items are the best, but I just started off with Bramble Vest because it was the first thing I saw. But in the end, as long as you have armor, it doesn't really matter. And honestly, when I buy tank items, I normally just go for Randuins. And as you can see in a sec here, because I do build tank or armor, I'm actually having a decent time in lane with Riven now. Even though she's up 2 kills, she doesn't do as much damage as she would if I had just went like Triforce. Alright, so now I'm getting fairly low in lane. This is the time where Riven would want to dive me. However, I do have my counter strike and stopwatch, so because of that, I'm not too worried. So once I use my counter strike, she decides to dive, wastes her ignite, but I pop the stopwatch and flash and I'm out. And I just instantly teleport back in lane so I can shove in the wave and reset it. And as you can see, I'm still building tank. And here, I chunk her for 50% of her HP. And she can't fight back because tank. I actually nearly kill her too. So when I backed, before I TP'd in, I bought a Giant's Belt just for the extra HP. As I really don't care about my Triforce right now. All I want is my tank stats. And because of that, Riven really can't utilize her 2 kills on me because she went Youmu's instead of Black Cleaver. So when I went back, I started on my Stinger because I thought I might as well start my Triforce now that I'm fairly tanky and that Riven can't kill me. So Riven decides to leave lane and go help her teammates. I decide not to because 1, I'm still behind Riven, and 2, I don't have TP, so I don't want to miss out on the CS. She goes down bot lane to try to help that dragon, but she just ends up dying for no reason. And they still get dragon anyways, so she died for nothing. And because of that, I almost get her tower, and I get a shitload of XP on her. And since Riven ulted there, Riven loses even more XP, and even Malzahar came top, so Riven loses even more XP. Unfortunately, I had to drop my tower because I'm building full armor. So if Malzahar goes to my turret, I can't really stop him. because he'll just chunk me easily. Again, Riven is still wasting time bot lane for no reason. Like, Draven could have gotten the tower by himself, but instead she goes down. I don't understand why. I hear Riven and Alistar tries to steal our jungler's blue buff, but luckily we get there in time and Riven dies. Here I just hit the blue, but honestly I could have kept on chasing because our Cassiopeia is quite strong. But I am scared of Malzahar's damage since, like I said, I have no magic resist at all. After Riven's dead, I just go back top and farm. And this is CS that Riven's missing out on because she died. And I eventually grab her tower too. And as you can see, I don't finish my tank item. Just getting my Triforce because I'm not scared of Riven anymore in terms of her being able to burst me. And she's not even trying to stay in lane against me anymore. Oh, she is, I guess, but she can't kill me. And she wants CDR boots, which was a mistake by her because she wasn't capitalizing on her lead anyways. And because of that, she shouldn't have went CDR boots since she's not even ulting. Alright, so this next fight was actually quite unfortunate. Janna misses her ult, like she wastes it, so it's pretty bad for us. Since Janna's ult is one of our saving grace. Cassiopeia can easily hold the Zin's out, so it's fine, but there's no reason for Evelynn to be anywhere but bot lane right now holding our turret, and because of that, they get a free engage on our ADC, and then eventually they kill Janna and me too. And by the time that Evelynn comes in, she can't do anything. She just dies. Oh, she doesn't die, but she doesn't do anything. Alright, so after I come alive, I see that the enemy is still around, so I TP in, trying to cut them off and just pick up whatever I can. So here I see the Malzahar, so I just instantly engage on him. Let's finish him off, and then next up, I'm just waiting for my E to come back up before I turn on the Draven. But since it's not up, I don't want to turn. And because of that, let's go top and clean up the CS. I'm building magic resist now because I need it. And as you can see, I always keep myself up in terms of CS, and I'm slowly catching back up to the Riven. Not sure what she's waiting for here. Honestly, even if she wanted, she couldn't kill me. I can 1v1 her now because she has no armor pen or black cleaver, which is like useless. Not really sure what she's aiming for. Oh, I think she wanted to go for a base while the team was fighting. So here I see Riven bot, so I just go help my team and we fight. Malzahar gets picked off quickly, and then we finish off the enemy team because they were way overextended. Riven shouldn't have TP'd in, I think, because she should have just took her base. Unfortunately, I die here to the Draven because he's quite strong. I had no CDRs out. So at this point in the game, our Jhin leaves the game. He just keeps on FFing, so I tell him, like, if you don't want to play the game, dude, you don't have to play it. Just stop spamming FF and like making our team morale go down. If you don't want to play the game, just leave. And he disconnects, but then instantly reconnects, just like that. So once he came back in the game, he changed his mentality, and then we started trying to win again, which was a big step in our game winning. At this point, I can easily hold out super minions, so it's no issue having our hip down. And I can also TP in whenever there's a fight. Alright, so at this point, everyone's grouping up for Baron. No one's split pushing anymore, and because of that, if we go for 5v5, we don't have to worry about our hip going down. Here, the Malzahar is way overextended, but luckily I get out alive here, I think. Did I get out alive? Yes, I do get out alive, thanks to our Janna. Oh, I survived with like 1 HP too. So I'm glad I went tabbies this game. Alright, so now that everyone burned all their CDRs and Riven died, Draven also dies, I TP in to clean up whatever's left. So instead of doing Baron, we decided to just push first because our Evelyn's dead, and since Evelyn's dead, we can't guarantee that Xin Zhao will steal it. So it's smarter just to push. And then here, I'm pinging the turret and Xin Zhao, so we just insta-kill him. He flashes out, so we just take turret, no need to chase him down. But if he oversteps again, then we'll kill him. And just like that, we got a shitload of kills and 2 turrets. Malzar's pushing her in hit, but he doesn't even get it. We don't chase them because Baron's up, so if we chase them, they might get Baron. Instead, we decided to group up for Baron. Here, the enemy team overextends. their jungler dies, that means Baron is totally off the map for them. And the Riven and Draven can't get in the fight. I just instantly focus the Draven because he's their ADC and he dies. It's over for them, and he can't shred me either because he has no armor pen. Here we were gonna do Baron, but since not everyone was on the right page, since Malzahar is in our base, we just all decided to back instead and kill the Malzahar. And instead of doing Baron, we just shove out the waves, reset, and then look for Baron. I just have to hold the supers because if I don't hold the supers, Baron or not, the game is gonna end. Luckily, our Evelyn gets a quick pick on the Malzahar, and I go for the flank here, which is actually really good because I managed to zone out the Draven. And as you can see, Draven just does no damage to me. Instead of chasing Draven, I just turn on the Alistar and kill him because after killing Alistar, we can just get the Baron. And at this point in the game, Riven can't really do much even if she builds full armor pen, so I'm in a good spot. Same with the Draven, he's not building any armor pen either. So I tell my team, just go group or something, I have TP and I'll just hold out the supers until I need TP. And since we're having a fight here, I TP in. And we managed to pick off the enemy because of that. I'm like a super thick frontline, so no one can kill me. Because of that, I just run in front of my teammates and give them the ability to do damage without worrying about someone else killing them. And as you can see, first thing I do is tank turret here for my teammates. So if they decide to do anything, I'm here. Here I hesitate on whether or not to kill the Draven. But then at the end I'm like, hey, whatever, I'll just kill the Draven. And then we can take turret after. And just like that, it's GG. So one quick thing you gotta keep in mind is that if 1, your enemies aren't building right, and 2, you're scaling back in the game, there are always chances to win. So you should always look for it. And the mistakes I saw this game was 1, Riven was giving up her lead. 2, enemies were building wrong. And 3, they were throwing with stupid fights and got picked off. And because of those 3 reasons, I knew that we could come back in the game. And because we scaled.